Hey guys, welcome back to Beast Quest Series 6, Book 2, Muro the Rat Monster. Right guys, this book is pretty interesting to go through. It's very creepy. So of course right now it will be the best book so far, but that's, like I've said many other times, that's generally the case. So, let's get on with it. Tom discovers what the beast is called from Mark, and he also finds a mysterious windmill with sails that are moving, but the corn was not moving. There was no wind, and Tom knew whatever it was, what was in the mill, is the key to help get on with this quest. So it's a very creepy tone setting up, which I got in the mood for. Tom and friends approach the village, and it seems that there are skinny, desperate people, which we've seen quite a few times. And there's also a man in a black cloak. This is revealed to be Velmal, and he's been giving out people drinking stew. Tom and Eleanor were about to drink the stew, but then they figured out who his identity was, and they stopped themselves from drinking it. Eventually, of course, they were attacked by the villagers. Tom fights Velmal, but discovers that the villagers have also been poisoned, and his stew had made him into mindless followers, of course. One of them had grabbed Eleanor by the throat and is now placing a knife to her. Tom and friends, of course, are taken to prison with their animals and are separated. And of course, they take their weapons off them. They met some prisoners who have been on previous other quests and kingdoms, like Gorgonian stuff, which they've mentioned before. And what happened here is that they knew of Eleanor, and they had gotten Eleanor had gotten the sticky gloves from the saddlebag, allowing them to escape. But as they said before, that Caonia was a kingdom where the magic wasn't strong enough, kind of thing, which is where it's explained in this book. It's not a strong connection. However, Tom, of course, had an idea of how to escape. By making a human pyramid with Eleanor and the villagers, Eleanor calls her wolf over, knocks out the guard, and allows the key to fall into their hands. By opening up the iron bar gate, all the prisoners are free, and they go to join forces with Queen Romania. If I pronounce that right, Romania, whatever. No, Romaine. Yeah, Queen Romaine. While Tom and, of course, find their animals and their weapons, which is a pretty creative stuff. I like to see what Tom does. Moving on, Tom and Eleanor rescue their animal friends and clean their weapons. After escaping the village, they discover Velmal's plan is he's rotting the crops has caused not only the tools to rot, but also the villagers to be able to be bewitched. No thanks to the stew he's also given them, of course. And of course, they're encountered by a large group of rats. They fight off the rats, probably some of Velmal's minions, probably. Tom think that Muro is near. After getting some space, they were ready to fight Muro, and Tom saw that the ingredient was a jade ring on Muro's tail. He had to cut it off, of course, to get it. After Muro tried to use the cornfield to his advantage, Tom and Eleanor eventually turned the tide in favour by chopping off a whisker, discovering Muro was blind. Tom, of course, uses the beast's weakness and gets on the back, leading him to the windmill, where he crashes into it and plans to take the ring again. But of course, the bewitched villagers show up to stop him, allowing Muro to escape. Finally, of course, Silver is able to lure Muro back out, allowing him to charge through the cornfields, and Tom jumps off just in the nick of time to chop off the tail. And with that, Muro turns into a bunch of rats and of course fades into nothingness. Similar to like in series 2 of Beast Quest, like how all of those beasts turn into whatever little things they were. Tom gets the second ingredient, which is the jade ring, gives it to Mark, puts him in the potion, and tells him of his next beast, which is called Fang. Fang the Bat Fiend. So that's where we'll be continuing on from there. Overall, pretty good book. I think I prefer the first half to the second half because it was more creepy setup tone when you get to the second half, when you know what's going on, it's like you know what's going to happen. Tom saves the day and beats it Willy Willy. So there you go. So overall, though, but comparing it to Komodo, at least there was more involvement in there, and, you know. So, with that said, just like I said before, I want to point this out. I have gotten a few beasts' names wrong, or not wrong, but I pronounced them differently. Like a while back, I said Epos in my Epos review, but now I've later pronounced her as Epos because she was a girl, so I call her Epos from now on. So if you see my Epos review, it'll be called Epos, but you get the idea. So you can call this one what you like. Some people call it Muro, but I call it Muro because the U is like makes more sounds like a name than Muro. Muro. That's how I say it. Muro. So that's how I pronounce it. But anyway, guys, this has been Muro the Rat Monster. So next time we're taking on that giant bat. Till next time, guys. Book free.